Namaste. Today in this podcast of Get Right to Education, we will listen about Green Charter. Let's start. Climate change and global warming are dramatically urgent and serious problems that can lead to calamitous consequences. We do not need to wait for governments alone to find solutions to these terrible problems. Each individual can play an important part by simply adopting a more responsible lifestyle, beginning with some little everyday do's and don'ts. It is the only reasonable way to save our planet before it is too late. It is important for all of us to think in terms of first reducing emissions of carbon dioxide, CO2, or carbon footprints. The carbon footprints is a subset of the ecological footprint. A carbon footprint is the total set of greenhouse gas emissions caused by an organization, event, product, or person. Greenhouse gases can be emitted through transport, land clearance, and the production and consumption of food, fuels, manufactured goods, materials, wood, roads, buildings, and services. For simplicity of reporting, it is often expressed in terms of the amount of carbon dioxide or its equivalent of other GHGs emitted. As one begins this process, it soon becomes evident that there is no way we can currently reduce emissions of greenhouse gases to zero. Every single aspect of our economy, from manufacturing to transportation and agriculture to healthcare, is dependent on fossil fuel derived energy and resources. As we seek and develop alternative sources of energy, and as we begin to think and live in more efficient ways, we are still left with the undeniable reality that considerable CO2 emissions from economic activity in the globe will continue and perhaps escalate over the foreseeable future. The only cogent way to take this issue head on is to offset the emissions we cannot yet eliminate. Here is a list of simple things that everyone can do in order to fight against the menace of global warming and at the same time reduce carbon footprints. Some of these ideas are at no cost. Some others require a little effort or investment but can help save a lot of money in the medium to long term. Some of these hold out of strong appeal to reason and judgment and are worth adopting as a citizen's charter. First, solar heaters, solar rooftops, and solar lanterns should be installed in every household, especially in remote areas. Second, awareness campaign may be initiated for using solar lanterns. NGOs can play a vital role in this regard. Millions of households are still lacking basic facility of electricity. This will prove to be a boon for them. Third, print out should be taken from the printer only when it is absolutely inevitable. Complete editing should be done beforehand and then only the print option should be exercised. Reading work could be performed on PC, monitor, laptop. This would hugely cut down paper consumption and save numerous trees. Fourth, it is often seen that pamphlets are printed in large numbers and indiscriminately distributed to all and sundry without any regard to their relevance to the recipients. Later on, these trash papers lie discarded on streets, leaving an enormous burden of carbon footprints. Printing of pamphlets should be regulated and disseminated to concerned individuals only. Fifth, present air conditioners carry a lot of carbon footprints. Instead of conventional air conditioner, latest power savings air conditioner should be used. It would save electricity up to 50%. Sixth, don't leave appliances on standby mode. Use the on-off function in the machine itself. 7th, people should be encouraged to use battery-driven scooters which involve zero emission. Technological advancements are needed for sure to augment and enlarge by adding to their present single run, which is around 70 km at present. Such vehicles should be given government subsidy also because the carbon footprint is negligible, insignificant, small. 8th, we should reorient, change the focus of our electricity consumption habits both at home and at the office. For instance, we should switch off fan, cooler or AC whenever not required or not in use. Generally, people are careless at offices. Lights can be seen on even at unwarranted places or hours. Houses and offices should be constructed to receive natural sunlight, avoiding use of lamps in a daytime. Ninth, Reduce number of kilometers by walking, cycling, carpooling and using public transport. 10th. Use of bicycles should be made popular. We should observe cycle day once in a month, and on that day cycle riding alone should be allowed barring emergencies. People used to go for their daily chores on cycle in old times. Why can't we do the same today? In recreational trips, we can opt for bicycle instead of car or motorbike. 11th. Buy intelligently. One bottle of 1.5 liters requires less energy and produce less waste than 3 bottles of 0.5 liter each. Buy recycled paper products. It takes 70% to 90% less energy. 12th. Forests should be protected and conserved by one and all. Forests store huge quantity of carbon and so play a critical role in a carbon control. 13. Barren stretches of land should be cultivated and cultivation of biofuel crops should be encouraged. Ethanol and Jatropha are promising biofuels. 14th. Biodegradable plastics certainly have a pronounced ecological edge over conventional plastics. Bioplastics are derived from renewable biomass sources. 15th. Household wet waste should be composted separately. Pots made for receiving such waste could be purchased from the market and the other material required. Which sawdust, dry leaves, shredded paper, etc. are cheap and eco-friendly. Composting could be done both for individual houses and community dwellings. This way, we can produce a lot of useful manure besides achieving cleanliness. 16th. Choose product with little packages. Buy refills when you can. 17th. Start following the practice of rooftop rainwater harvesting. 18. Judicious and calibrated use of water is the need of the hour. Every action pertaining to water consumption should be well calibrated. As we know, water is a scarce and precious commodity. Scarcity is going to be felt more pronouncedly in coming decades. Some of the simple ways could be imbibed and made part a simple drill to regulate our life. Like, for example, use a mug while saving instead of allowing the water tap to gush, or accumulate washable clothes over the week and deploy washing machine only once or twice a week. Use wet cotton or sponge sweep instead of washing floors quite often. Avoid excessive use of shampoos and soaps. Reutilize water used for bathing and after adding a few drops of antiseptic for washing clothes. In future, there is going to be an acute shortage of the same. We should learn to use it judiciously right now so that we might adapt ourselves to even stiffer water scarcities when crunch times comes. 9 19th. Imbibe 3 more rupees with respect to environment with repairs, reclaim and restore. In addition to the three conventional one cycle: reduce, reuse, recycle, we easily throw away old electronics, watches and toys, etc. We should repair and use them. If an old bicycle lays unused, instead of buying new one, the old one should be cleaned, oiled, serviced and restored. These 6 R's should be the buzzwords for the coming decades until we restore global environment back on its original track.